Now, the next thing I want to ask both of you right now, what are you guys currently reading, and what could be the next Harry Potter franchise if you know anything?
I'm currently reading a book called Six of Crows, which I don't know very much about because I'm only about 50 pages in. It was
Is it a
recommended.
young adult book?
It's a young adult
Yes.
book. It was recommended by one of my students.
I have not read
What
it,
is the
but
name
it's
of
on
it?
the list.
Six of Crows.
Six of Crows.
If you want, I think if somebody could actually do a good job with this Shadowhunters series, which they've tried twice and failed, I think it would be really,
Wasn't
really
it on
good.
Sci-Fi? Was it Sci-Fi?
I
It
like
was
how
a
you're
CW
blaming
show.
everyone who's... So you tried twice and it sucked. Mm-hmm. But somehow it's the movie's fault and not
They
the
were
material.
so cheesy. Like the movies, they didn't stick to the books, first of all. So neither the movie or the
book
series
douche.
stuck to the book. Harry Potter sticks to the book really well. Neither the movie nor the show
There's
stuck
no
to
book to stick to on Fantastic Beast. You just told me that.
There isn't. So it's the same author, so she wrote a screenplay as opposed to a book. So you didn't hear me saying like anything, she just keeps going back to, my gripe with her is that she keeps just going back to the same well.
I think
Give me a
maybe if she
different
would have
story.
wrote the books, like actually wrote a book instead of a screenplay, it might have turned out better.
I think if she had told the story of Newt Scamander instead of trying to tie it back to Dumbledore and all of that stuff, it would have been better.
You're saying a wink and a nod to the OG
A wink and a
series?
nod would have been amazing, and then telling the story of Newt Scamander. Instead, it's like, I'm going to try and make it all about
The OG.
everything from the OG series.
And Michelle, what are you currently reading? I know because I just took you to the library today.
No, yesterday I dropped off a book.
So we go to the library.
I do.
Public library.
Taylor one and the Dearborn Heights one.
Yes.
What
I
are you
read quite
reading
a
now?
few books, so prefer not to buy them because they get expensive. I like Jim Butcher. He does like a wizard book, Harry Dresden. So I do like those books. Have you ever read them, Heather?
I have not read them. I don't read a lot of like. I'm not stuck just in like the magic stuff. Does that make
Okay.
sense? So, like I'm,
Well, I
I'm,
read
and
other
I'm not
things.
saying you're. I'm kind of all over the place if you look at what I
Well,
read.
She likes murder mysteries, right? And
Yeah, I read James Patterson, Mary Higgins Clark, Janet Ivanovich, the Number series. She has a
Yeah,
new
I've
one
read
coming
all
up.
of those. Yeah,
Yeah, number 25. I think it's
I think I stopped at
Look,
19.
Look Alive 25 or something. Well, I started like at number 16 and I'm up to
I read the Baba
25.
Booey book.
But
Too fat to fish, but I already
I
laughed.
read that one.
Do you guys want, and I just think of book series, do you guys read like the girl with the dragon tattoo and all
I
that
have
stuff?
read
Michelle
them.
read them.
What is
Yeah.
the deal with the next movie? It doesn't look like anything to do with the first book.
it's like
It's
the
like an
fourth
action
book.
movie.
Yeah.
Isn't it the fourth book?
I didn't read that
I
series.
lose track.
I don't know
I
what
think
brought that up, but that's
it's
the
like
one
either
book
the
I'm
third or
thinking
fourth
of.
book. I'm a goo.
Come on, Moochie.
Yeah, I do like the books. It's I guess he was a Swedish author and he actually passed away. So some other guy is like writing the books now.
They seem very European, though.
They are European. So I do
didn't
like them.
I didn't like the Game of Thrones books. I tried to read those before I
Oh,
watched the
yeah,
series.
'cause
They were
The
bad.
They're
books are-
huge, too, aren't they?
They're rough reading.
They're
They are.
hard.
They're very hard to
They're
read.
not chapters. It'll just be like Tyrion Lannister. That'd be the name of the chapter
Yeah.
that you read it. They're
There's
rough
like
reading.
in the first book, there's chapters from the wolf's perspective. Like it's
Yeah.
all.
And then like certain series and parts in that book, like I think it's book 3 or 4, it goes totally away from what is it, Westeros?
Westeros.
It goes to some other island in the middle of nowhere, and like all the characters you were reading about in the
And
first
the
three.
thing about the Game of Thrones stuff too is the names, man. The names are hard to track.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you, it's one thing to see Peter Dinklage,
Yeah,
and
and
then
put
you know
him
what I
with the
mean.
name,
Like
yeah.
it's hard if you get in these Arians and Tyrians, and it's like, oh my god, like I'm super confused.
All right, enough of this book crap.
I like books. Did you read the
I
Throne of
just hit the
Glass?
mic.
Throne of Glass books?
Yeah, I read all of those.
Did you read the new one?
No,
Kingdom of
we just
Ash?
bought it for the library.
Great 2-person conversation.
That's a good book too.
Wow, it's usually what you guys do.
I know,
Ignore
we talk
your,
about
yeah, ignore your
sports.
guests. You're just
And
upset
you
because
bore
your
us.
guests are doing
It's
it.
coming up. No, I'm just messing.
But yeah, I do like that
Let
book
the
series.
goo up.
I don't know.
Yeah, just move your pillow. He'll be your pillow.
Okay, come on.
He's very confused.
Did you read the Court of was it Thorns?
Court of Thrones, Roses
Rose
and
and
Thorns.
Thorns.
No,
No, I read that series too. So that's another young adult book that I like.
Charles's favorite movie is based off of a book.
What's my favorite movie?
Stand by Me.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite, but that movie's amazing.
It's Stephen King, right?
Yeah, but that's about the body. Didn't you say it was like a novella thing? It was like 20
Yeah.
pages. Stephen King's a weirdo.
Gives like 100 pages. That's short for Stephen King.
So
Anyway.
the one you just mentioned, the young adult book, is it possible for that to be a movie?
They talk about it, but I don't know if they're going to make one. Are they?
The rights have been purchased, but it's not in production.
Yeah.
Is that the hope of most young authors right now? Is it just
It's
hoping?
gotta be. Yeah.
Please,
Yeah, but I think
Because there's
that
no
they-
money in print.
I
You know
gotta
what
be
mean?
honest. I think that like these production companies buy up a bunch of these titles
And
and,
they
then they
never-
just never make them.
They just
because-
buy the rights to have
Yeah,
them.
because we've had authors come to the school and like talk to the kids before, and every single one has been like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna make it into a movie. The rights were just purchased, blah blah blah," and then they never get made. So I think that these companies are just looking for the next Harry Potter that they can make, but none of them are willing to throw as much money at it as Warner Brothers threw at Harry Potter. So they all turn out bad.
Well, but nothing is as popular as Harry Potter, so it's
Yeah.
cause and effect.
Valid
you know?
point.
Not much.